You've probably heard it at a family dinner, a dealership, or a comment section somewhere online. EVs are great until the battery dies, and then you're stuck with a $15,000 repair bill. But nobody tells you that the data says something completely different. There's a story most people tell themselves about EV batteries. It goes something like this. The battery is basically a giant smartphone. It works great for a few years, starts losing charge faster and faster, and by the time you hit 6 figures on the odometer, you're either replacing it or replacing the car. The range is shot, the performance has fallen off, and the cost to fix it wipes out every dollar you saved on gas. It's a convincing story. It's one that real-world data is quietly dismantling mile by mile. Most people who haven't owned an EV picture 200,000 miles as a kind of battery death sentence. They expect massive degradation, the kind that cuts your range in half and leaves you nursing the car through short errands while dreading the next diagnostic report. They expect expensive replacement costs, unpredictable failures, and a car that feels dramatically older than it looks. What they don't expect is a car that still drives normally, that still covers daily commutes without drama, that still has enough range to feel genuinely useful. But that's exactly what the data shows, and we're going to get into exactly what that looks like. What battery health actually looks like at 200,000 miles. Let's start with the numbers because they're more surprising than most people are ready for. Recurrent, a research firm that monitors data from over 30,000 EV drivers, collectively representing 250 million miles of real-world driving, found that EV batteries lose roughly 1 to 2% of range capacity per year under normal conditions. That's it, not 10% a year, not a cliff after the warranty expires, 1 to 2% annually across a broad fleet of real vehicles driven by real people. At that rate, by the time you hit 200,000 miles, many EVs are sitting somewhere between 80 and 87% of their original battery capacity. Think about what that actually means. A car that originally offered 265 miles of range is still delivering around 220 to 230 miles after 200,000 miles of use. Norman Hajar's 2012 Tesla Model S, one of the first ever built, had around 200,000 miles on it and still delivered 220 miles of range on a full charge. He described the battery degradation as pretty minor. His son uses it as a daily driver to college. Tesla's own fleet data backs this up. On many Model 3, Model Y, Model S, and Model X long-range packs, capacity loss around the 200,000 mile mark sits roughly at 10 to 15%. That's not catastrophic. That's a car with most of its battery life still intact. And it gets more interesting. Cox Automotive has evaluated nearly 80,000 used EVs at auction. Their average battery health score across the entire pool, 92%. Not for a few cars, for used EVs coming off leases and trades after years of real use. In most cases, the battery is not the problem, what owners usually notice first. Now, none of this means you'll never notice anything. You will. The question is what you'll actually notice and when. The first change most long-term EV owners notice is a slight reduction in range, not a dramatic one. The car that used to show 250 miles on a full charge starts showing 235, and then maybe 225 a few years later. It's gradual enough that many owners don't clock it until they look back at older data or compare notes when someone who just bought the same new model. The second thing some owners report is slightly slower fast charging in certain conditions. As cells age, they become a little less efficient at accepting energy at high rates. The car may throttle charge speed more aggressively to protect the pack. You might spend a few extra minutes at a DC fast charger compared to when the car was new. The third thing, and this one catches people off guard, is range estimate accuracy. Older batteries can be a little less predictable in how they read remaining capacity. The number on the dash might fluctuate more than it did at 20,000 miles. That's not a sign of imminent failure. It's just the battery management system working with cells that have a few years of history on them. What most owners do not experience at 200,000 miles is sudden failure. They don't wake up one morning to a dead pack. They don't get stranded on the highway. The degradation doesn't announce itself with warning lights and repair estimates. It's a slow, quiet process that shows up first as a smaller number on the range display. And for most people, that number is still more than enough. Before we go further, if you're finding this useful, hit subscribe. More EV content like this is coming every week. Some EVs age better than others. Not every EV hits 200,000 miles in the same condition. The gap between a well-preserved pack and a worn one comes down to a handful of factors, and mileage alone is not one of them. Thermal management is the biggest differentiator. EVs with liquid-cooled battery systems, which include most modern mainstream models, hold up dramatically better than early cars that relied on passive air cooling. The original Nissan Leaf is the cautionary tale here. Without active thermal management, Leafs driven in hot climates saw far more aggressive degradation than their owners expected. That lesson shaped how every serious manufacturer approached batteries afterward. Charging habits are the second factor, and this one is entirely in the owner's hands. A car that lives on DC fast chargers every single day in a hot climate will have a harder 200,000 miles than one mostly on level 2 at home with occasional fast charging on road trips. Fast charging works fine and modern packs are built to handle it, but doing it constantly, especially in heat, adds where the battery wouldn't otherwise accumulate. Battery chemistry matters too. Newer lithium iron phosphate batteries, LFP, are specifically built for high cycle counts and long-term durability. They trade a little energy density for chemistry that's inherently more stable over time. A car with an LFP pack and sensible charging habits is positioned to age very well. And then there's climate. A car that spends its life in Seattle ages more gracefully than one parked outside in Phoenix every afternoon at 100% state of charge. Heat is the accelerant from almost every form of battery degradation. What usually wears out before the battery? Here's something that genuinely surprises people when they look at high-mileage EV ownership data. In many cases, the battery isn't the first thing that needs serious attention. It's everything else. Suspension components wear on EVs just like they do on any car. Springs, dampers, control bushings, ball joints. They absorb every pothole and speed bump regardless of what's powering the wheels. By 100,000 miles, a tired suspension can make every healthy EV feel old and vague, not because the battery is failing, but because the chassis is telling you it's time for attention. The 12-volt auxiliary battery, the small one that runs accessories and control systems, is a much more common replacement item on high-mileage EVs than the main pack. It's a standard lead-acid battery in most cases, and it ages on its own schedule, completely independent of the high-voltage system. Interior wear follows normal car timelines too. Seats, switches, trim pieces, screens. These show the mileage the way they should in any vehicle with a decade and 200,000 miles of use behind it. And tires, obviously, are just tires. They wear based on how you drive, not how you charge. Why high-mileage EVs surprise so many people? There's a reason the EV battery is a ticking time bomb narrative stayed alive as long as it has, even as the data keeps undermining it. The early EVs that shaped public perception weren't representative of what the technology could do. First-generation models with liquid cooling, early software that didn't protect batteries from extreme states of charge, and chemistry that hadn't been refined through a decade of real-world learning. Those cars set expectations that modern EVs have quietly left behind. The people who actually own high-mileage EVs tend to tell a different story. Stable drivetrains, lower maintenance costs than the gas cars they replaced, performance that still feels responsive, a car that most days is just a car. Recurrence data from EVs with 150,000 miles or more on the odometer found that cars without battery replacements were still getting at least 83% of their original range. Not barely functional, not limping through short errands. 83%, enough to handle real driving for most people without a second thought. And here's the piece that most people don't account for. Even a car that's lost 15 to 20% of its original range is still usable for the vast majority of daily driving patterns. If your commute is 35 miles and your car used to do 280 miles on a charge, it now does 230. That's not a crisis. That's Tuesday. What surprised me most about 200,000-mile EVs? Honestly, it's how completely ordinary these cars are to own at high mileage. The expectation people carry into the conversation is that 200,000 miles on an EV means you're managing a car on its last legs, babying the range, anxious about every charging stop, mentally preparing for the repair bill that's coming. The reality, in most cases, is a car that still drives normally, charges normally, feels completely usable for daily life. The range display shows a number slightly lower than at delivery, and that's mostly it. Most of the battery horror stories that circulate online involve either early generation technology without liquid cooling, defective packs that were covered under warranty, or extreme use cases that would wear out any battery faster than normal. They're real stories, they're just not representative of what modern EV ownership actually looks like at scale. What the data keeps showing, across tens of thousands of vehicles, multiple brands, and over a decade of real-world use is that EV batteries are aging far more gracefully than the original prediction suggested. More engineers who built the thermal management systems and battery management software got more right than even they expected. The biggest misconception about EV batteries isn't that they degrade. They do. Everything does. It's that the degradation is dramatic, sudden, and financially catastrophic. For modern EVs, under normal use, it's none of those things. It's a slow, quiet process that shows up as a slightly smaller number on your range display. And most owners get over 200,000 miles without ever feeling like the battery was the problem. What this means if you own or are considering an EV. If you already own an EV, the habits that protect your battery in the long term are simple. Keep your daily charge around 80% instead of 100. Avoid sitting at very low states of charge for extended periods. Use DC fast charging for road trips rather than as your daily routine. Park in shade or a garage when temperatures are extreme. And let the car run its software updates. Manufacturers have gotten measurably better at battery management over time. Those updates often carry real improvements. If you're considering a used EV with significant mileage, the odometer is not the whole story. A 120-mile car with 88% battery health and a clean charging history is fundamentally different from a 60,000-mile car that lived exclusively on fast chargers in a hot climate. Get a battery health report. Look at the actual measured capacity, not just what the dashboard shows. That number tells you more about what you're buying than the odometer ever will. Drop a comment below. Have you driven or owned a high-mileage EV? And did the battery hold up better or worse than you expected? Subscribe for more EV content built around real data, not assumptions.